Hi everyone, it's Jessica. Today is April 11th, 2015, and this is Veda Day 11. The other day I was really stuck for video ideas, and so I asked the question on Twitter, what questions should I answer? And Julie, thank you so much Julie, saw my question and she replied and said, what are some of your favorite songs for a dance break in your classroom? I'm not in the classroom anymore. I've been out of the classroom for about a year now, but dance breaks happen to be something that I'm very passionate about and something that is very fond memories of my time with my kiddos. What some of you may not know about me is that I actually have a background in dance. So when I was about 6, I started dancing. I started in jazz, and then I took tap, and then before long I was taking jazz, tap, ballet, hip hop, lyrical, point, you name it, I was doing it. By the time I was about 8, I started traveling around the country, going to dance competitions and taking a lot of classes. So that was something that was really an important aspect of our competition team, was that it was more about performance and about growing as dancers and making sure that any competition we went to always had a workshop component. And my teacher was always really good about teaching all of us that that was the most important thing about the places where we were going, was the learning that could happen and talking to other dancers from other studios and connecting with people from even around the world, and having that common language of dance. So in any event, fast forward to when I went to college, I did get my degree in dance. So I have a bachelor's degree in dance. I went to Cal State Long Beach, and that was an amazing experience. It's one of the best dance programs in the country, and I feel so fortunate that I was able to attend that school and that program, and to work with such amazing professors as well as my fellow dancers. So that's a very special part of my life, and always will be a really important aspect of sort of how I became who I am. So then when I started teaching, I actually went from having a degree in dance to being an IT manager for a few years, totally outside of the realm of my degree. But after being an IT manager for a few years, that's when I became a teacher. And I worked at a couple of schools actually where the arts were really important. I actually worked at 2 different schools who were founded by the same woman, that were really focused around arts integrated thematic units for all of K-5. And so a lot of the teaching that I did was very focused around how can you teach, not as art as an end project, so you learn math and then as your culminating project for that math unit do an art project, but the idea is really how do you incorporate the arts into all of your teaching, so you're actually learning content through the arts. So you might be studying Kandinsky and geometry at the same time, and using those 2 different sort of areas of knowledge to help support the teaching that you're doing in the other area. So anyway, the arts are really important to me. Dance is really important to me. I was very fortunate to work at schools where a dance break was very much accepted and expected even. So the things that came to mind, I have so many songs. First of all, I think that one of the best things that you can do is just integrate music into your classroom, and that can also lead to integrating a dance break, a song break, into your classroom. And so whenever we were studying something, I would look up different songs and things like that. I'll post a link to one of my class playlists of songs that's on my YouTube channel, but those are a good representation of the sort of wide range of songs that we would sing throughout the year. We would always have a song of the week. So on Monday, or sometimes we would do it for a few weeks depending on the song, but we would introduce a new song, and then every morning at morning meeting we would sing it. Once we kind of built our repertoire a little bit, we would end up just the kids would choose what they wanted to sing. A lot of times it would be a couple of songs, because how can you possibly just pick one? The ones that first come to mind as my favorite memories in my classroom, a few years ago we sang New York State of Mind, and that was a really special class of kiddos just in general, but they were so musical, and they loved music. They loved learning new songs and singing new songs and dancing, and so just hearing them sing New York State of Mind, that was really a special time for us. And then we actually started studying the regions of the United States, and when we were talking about New York, there was a great connection because we had actually been using a YouTube video to sing New York State of Mind during morning meeting that had clips of New York City, and so that was really valuable because the kids sort of could have that picture in their mind, what does New York City look like? So that's one that comes to mind. Another same year actually of students, but we came across the song Hot Cheetos and Takis. I'm not sure if any of you have seen that, but it is pretty fantastic, and my kids really latched onto that. So I went and found the lyrics. We learned all of the lyrics to Hot Cheetos and Takis, and as sort of a fun way to like end the semester, we actually planned I think my kids dubbed it a ninja dance surprise or ninja dance attack on the wonderful Miss Mayes, who taught third grade across the hall from my fourth grade class. And so we had learned the lyrics, and the kids choreographed a whole dance, and so we had like this whole big huge number that we did. And so that was a dance break that we often did, was, you know, in the middle of the day, if we just kind of needed 5 minutes to decompress, we would turn on Hot Cheetos and Takis and practice our rap. And yes, I know all of the words. I tried to find the video. There is video of all of these things. There's evidence that these things happened. I wasn't able to find it, but there is video of me rapping all of the words to Hot Cheetos and Takis, as well as dancing with my kids. So we ran across the hall when we were ready, and turned on the music, and my kids did a rap. And I rapped with them, so that was really fun. Cupid Shuffle is also another one that's really fun that the kids love. And then there's also, when they were really getting the Let's Move campaign going, and Michelle Obama was really trying to get people thinking more about how to get kids moving, get adults moving. There were some videos of dances that people were doing, and that was also a time when my kids really wanted to do that. And actually, as a school, we a bunch of us taught our kids the dance, and then we actually did a big flash mob at, I think it was at our field day at the end of the year. We did a big flash mob. So again, there's somewhere, I couldn't find it, but there's video evidence of me leading a flash mob of like third through fifth graders all behind me on the field at school a couple of years ago. So that was also really fun. So those are some of the things that just wanted to share that might be things to look for, but I think you can always incorporate music and dance into your classroom. You don't have to be a singer. You don't have to be a dancer. People always ask me, oh, do you sing? And I say, there's a reason that dance is my art form. It always has been. I don't sing. I say I don't sing very well, but it's also something that I always modeled for my students, that you don't have to be a trained singer to sing, and you don't have to be a trained dancer to dance. You don't have to be a trained artist to draw. So that was sort of something that I really tried to model with my kids, and so I sang every day with my students, and I don't know if that was painful for any of them at any point. Probably was, but it doesn't matter because I was singing. So, and on that note, a little shout out to my friend Rosie, who this year with her fifth graders, she joined the choir at her elementary school as sort of solidarity to a student of hers, and she actually sang at the baseball game a while ago, and that was really exciting to see her modeling the same thing, that she's not necessarily a singer, but she got out there and sang with the kids, and did something really special, and showed that you don't have to be a singer to be a singer. So integrate the arts in your classroom. You can't go wrong. It's super fun. You can always make 5 minutes for a little dance or a little song, and I look forward to chatting with everyone tomorrow.